This one finds one, finds two, oh, nearly gets the third. He goes back to it, good shot over the edge of the train.
You know, the last months, last year of Cloud9 were pretty rough, to say the least. I mean, it's weird because our results weren't awful. We were pretty much, I think, still the #1 team in North America. Liquid occasionally tested us, but even then we got better results most of the time. I think it's pretty public knowledge at this point that there's some conflict within the team. There was some resentment that built up. There was some clashing of personalities. Personally, my results went up and down the last year of playing the team. I wasn't necessarily not proud of my play, but I felt very distracted a lot when I played. And you know, in the end, these are kind of excuses because it's up to us as professionals to show up and do our best. But those clashes within the team were taking a toll on all of us, and it was actually pretty amazing that we did so well in so many instances and took down so many tough opponents. But yeah, it was tough. And then when the decision came from the boys to make the roster change, it wasn't really a surprise to me. I felt like, you know, I had never quit a team and I had never been removed from a team like that since I was like 14. And it was something that honestly was probably for the best, because it wasn't like I felt like I couldn't hang as a performer. I literally just felt like the team didn't work well together, and if there was ever a chance for us to fix things, we tried those things, and it was probably a change was probably needed before that would happen. We brought sports psychologists in, management help, coach help. n0thing was really solving some of the clashes that we had, and we all came out and learned stuff. And it was a big opportunity for me to step down from competing, which I had done longer than any of my teammates. And you know, I've been enjoying this break so far. I've been enjoying this time away from the rigorous schedule. You know, I got to play in Brazil recently. That was a lot of fun. The clutch in Cologne versus n0thing, where I took my shirt off.
Now, Anders, who's going to look the right way at the right time? And it's happening! n0thing, he does it, and he just stands up! Ice cold!
You know, those moments, they're awesome. You know, it's not only is it fulfilling to win the round, but it's fulfilling your ego. It's fulfilling you being satiated by something you're good at and receiving the reward. So I had a lot of fun competing, and I still do. I was ringing for Esports in Brazil a couple weeks ago. So fun just to step in and play a tournament, but it was more me getting away from the practice schedule that I was actually somewhat thankful for. It's interesting, a lot of people asked me when I left, like, about the major and how I felt about the team winning Boston and us not performing well before, and I never felt like our skill or our ability to put together the strategy was the issue. I felt like when I watched a team win Boston, I watched a similar level of Cloud9 has played in the past. Some people give me crap for saying that I almost felt like it was easier than our win when we won in Brazil to win the major. Like right away you have that thought immediately like, oh, I left this team and now they won the major. That was one of the things that I wanted to win. But when I actually thought about it, it was never really our skill or anything that had a problem. It was the fact that we couldn't make things work together. And the irony was neither could they. I watched them be unhappy immediately after a major win and still have the same problems that they had when I left. They went through a honeymoon phase, they had good results, and I know it sounds bitter, but my point is that there's a lot more to a team than what the stats show. And I think when I was on the team, it wasn't that I'm a better or worse player than Rush or Tarek. Rush or Tarek are different players, super solid player, Rush. Tarek great at evening up numbers and like bringing back situations. It's just more about, is a team going to be able to work together? You could have 5 of the best players in the world on one team and they might not win any tournaments. So they found a groove, they found a good role, and it was really cool to seeing Tyler give that interview when he won, and you know, he's like tearing up and stuff. That was really cool for me. I was really happy for Tyler in that moment. And you know, no regrets, no bitterness. Everything is as it should be. I'm still very proud of what I've accomplished in the scene, and if I have a chance to win another major, that'd be awesome. If not, I'll still ride off happy into the sunset. The one nice thing about not competing has been the amount of time that I can control. Being a pro player in the CS scene, it's an open market. There's tournaments every other week. You have the chance to travel to a different country every 2 weeks, every week sometimes. I've been able to play more golf. I've been able to spend some more time with my girlfriend, going to the beach. Last 4 years, I missed pretty much every Thanksgiving I spent in Sweden, for instance. I spent my Halloweens in Paris. I spent just a lot of days abroad, which is awesome. Like I don't regret any of that. But it's been really nice change for me not competing because I'm able to do more things in those practice hours, which are in the middle of the day, that I couldn't do before. And it's, you know, it's sometimes just simply watching a TV show at 6 p.m. after I'm done with my stream, which is so awesome because I got to choose when to end my stream and to start my stream versus team practice where you don't get to. And like I said, I don't regret any team practice, but there's definitely something awesome about being your own boss and controlling your own schedule. As far as my future, one of the coolest aspects of my job was interacting with fans, like feeling that minor celebrity, feeling that influence on people, receiving messages from people across the world and how I changed their day or their life or their month or their year. People always ask me if I'm going to be an analyst, if I'm going to play again. I'm open to playing again, but I have some stipulations. I don't want to live in a team house unless it's some crazy team house where we all have our own wing or something, but I would love to practice in a practice facility if I played on a team again, get more professional, kind of like Astralis is doing it. I think Immortals and the MIBR guys are start doing that. This is a free kill, the other guy's going to try to hit. He's coming to the left because they got stacked. He's dumb. Come on, the smallest details, you can't just walk into where you just made a step towards that direction. As far as analyzing, I don't think it's something I'm ever going to do 100% full time. I think it's really awesome because without sounding too cocky, I guess, I feel like I know just as much about Counter-Strike and breaking it down than anyone playing. There's a lot of players who are really great players, but you know, I've spent a lot of time like coaching individuals and stuff, and so I love talking about strategy and stuff like that, and so it's almost hilarious at like how easy it is in a really good way to just go and get paid to be an analyst for an event. You know, I can't say that I'm always super stoked to do it, meaning that not that I'm not happy, but it's when I compare it to competing on stage sometimes, I'm watching the tournaments and analyzing, I'm like, man, I wish I could be playing right now, that situation. I wish I was in that situation, but it's not like I'm holding anything against the players, that there's some like spiteful feelings. It's more just like I'm used to that rush of competing, but in the future, I'm trying to get some more long-term things going in relation to the community. I want to work for esports and by esports and give back in a way where that's what I'm already doing with my stream. If you tune into my Twitch stream, I'm constantly teaching people, giving feedback and giving advice. I'm an advisor on a new esports company that's unannounced. I'm a founding member of the Counter-Strike Pro Players Association. You know, messing around with Old Guys Club, Shroud and the boys.
I'll give you $1,000 if you win with your Glock.
No, please. No, dude, no. No.
Oh,
I won with a gun! Oh my god! Yeah, you win!
Technically.
$1,000! That counts! You won! How many subs you got today, man?
I just want to stay involved and help shape esports in any way positively that I can from my experience and hopefully make it a better environment for the kids coming up, because there's a lot of money to be had, and the worst thing that could happen is we start to see like these celebrities, musicians that come up and their life gets all twisted because they make so much money. You want to educate them on investing, in being responsible, and having a good attitude, in learning how to be a professional and coming up on the scene. So all these things are everything I'm thinking of, and I'm having a lot of fun dipping my hand in each one of those kind of areas of the scene. Hey, what's up guys, Jordan here, and I wanted to thank you guys for watching this episode of Off the Map with me. I had a lot of fun filming it. I hope it gave you guys a good insight to myself and my life after competing. There's not a guarantee that I don't compete again, but for now, I thank you guys for watching this episode. Check the links down below for more information about me and HTC, and look forward to the next episode of Off the Map, guys.